Underwriting support from Associated Lightning Rod, Route 22 in Millerton, installing lightning protection for homes and businesses for well over 50 years. 518-789-4603, ALRCI.com on the web. Sagala Turnkey Housing, Route 7 in Canaan, an authorized independent builder for Westchester Modular Homes, 860-824-0019, Sagalas.com. Roaring Oaks Florist in Lakeville, Connecticut, unique designs with personal attention, RoaringOaksFlorist.com. Dave's TV, Route 44 in Millerton, New York, everything for home entertainment, video, audio, satellite TV, 518-789-3881, davestv.net. McEnroe Organic Farm Market, Route 22 in Millerton, open year-round, 7 days a week, 518-789-4191, McEnroeOrganicFarm.com. Northeast Muffler, Route 22 in Millerton, New York, 518-789-3669. On Facebook, Northeast Muffler.
Down and your hair's pulled back, and I bet you got no idea you're going way too fast. You're trying not to think about what went wrong, trying not to stop till you get where you're going. You're trying to stay awake, so I bet you turn on the radio and your song goes,
I can't live without you, I can't live without you, baby. I can't live without you, I can't live without you, baby, baby.
the highway won't hold you tonight. The highway don't know you're alive. The highway don't care if you're all alone. I do. The highway won't dry your tears. The highway don't need you here. The highway don't care if you're coming home. I do. I bet you got a dead cell phone in your shotgun seat. Yeah, I bet you're bending God's ears talking about me. You're trying not to let the first tear fall out. You're trying not to think about turning around. You're trying not to get lost in the sound. But that song is always on, so you sing along.
I can't live without you, I can't live without you, baby. I can't live without you, I can't live without you, baby, baby.
The highway won't hold you tonight. The highway don't know you're alive. The highway don't care if you're all alone. I do. The highway won't dry your tears. The highway don't need you here. The
Good morning. It's Sunday in the country. I'm Marshall Miles. Thanks for joining us today. And yes, it's a nice Sunday. Sharon Fire Department Ambulance Squad has their pancake breakfast at the Firehouse on West Main Street. That is happening today from 7 until 10:30 this morning. Stockbridge Grange on Church Street is serving up a roast pork dinner today, beginning at 1 o'clock. More information is 413-298-3185. Also today, you can learn what it takes to get a state historic marker put up in New York State. The talk, Can You Prove It? How Deep Research Can Lead to a Historic Sign. The event is sponsored by the Northeast Historical Society, 2 o'clock today at the Northeast Millerton Library Annex, 28th Century Boulevard. Refreshments will be offered after the program. That's just some of the stuff going on today in and around our tri-state region. We'll keep you abreast all morning long as we're here till noontime. Robin Hood Radio.
There was a time I really used to care about what others thought and the way they talk in a crowd. I used to pull away when she would kiss my face and touch my hair. She didn't care who saw. She was all over me, and I used to let it get all over me. And now to prove that I love her, I'd crawl on my knees for the whole world to see. Now that she's all over me. The sky is blue, but from where I stand in the middle of this heartache, it sure looks gray all alone. What I wouldn't give if I could feel the familiar touch of her love holding me again. She was all over me, and I used to let it get all over me. And now to prove that I love her, I'd crawl on my knees for the whole world to see. Now that she's all over me. She was all over me, and I used to let it get all over me. And now to prove that I love her, I'd crawl on my knees for the whole world to see. Now that she's all over me.
Blake Shelton, Robin Hood Radio with Marshall Miles. Good morning. Hey, Sharon Fire Department Annual Golf Tournament is coming up on Tuesday at the Sharon Country Club. If you want to see if there's room for you to play as a single or inter team still, 860-671-5758. Of course, proceeds from the tournament benefit the Sharon Fire Department. Now, coming up on Monday, tomorrow, at the Tom Fazio Designed Bowles Bridge Golf Club, the Kent Volunteer Fire Department has their tournament to see if there's any room for you to play in that with yourself or a foursome. Contact Scott Harvey at 860-671-0398. Programming and underwriting support from Picante's Southwest Mexican Grill, 227 Main Street, Lakeville, offering fresh, authentic Mexican cuisine. Now with a full-service bar. Wednesdays are margarita nights. They're open daily, 860-596-4225. On the web, picanteslakeville.com, and you'll also find them on Facebook.
Hi, this is Leslie Flood of Leslie Haas Flood Interiors, and we support our local NPR station, WHDD.
To show your support for the nation's smallest NPR affiliate, you can go online, robinhoodradio.com, click on Make a Donation, mail a check, address it to WHCD 67 Main Street, Sharon, Connecticut 06069. Make the check payable to Tri-State Public Communications. Phone in a credit card request at 860-364-4640. Programming and underwriting support from Nuvance Health. Recently, Sharon Hospital became part of Nuvance Health, a promising new health system working together to rethink the healthcare experience and deliver care with you and your family in mind. More information at nuvancehealth.org. It's 14 past the hour on Robin Hood Radio. On Robin Hood Radio, Marshall Miles with you. A reminder, the J.H. Ketchum Host Company Auxiliary Breakfast being held at the Dover Firehouse today on Route 22 in Dover Plains. It runs from 8 until 11, $8 for adults, children $6, and children 4 and under accompanied by adults eat for free.
Deep as the ocean and bright as rain, this powerful emotion lifts me up above the plain, taking me to places I never thought I'd go, showing me a grace I never thought I'd know. When I feel like I can't go on, you deliver me. And when the road is winding and way too long, you deliver me. You deliver me. I feel like a sinner whose sins have been washed clean, an absolute beginner whose heart has never seen. I must be forgiven for sometimes asking why I was chosen to be given you in this life. When I feel like I can't go on, you deliver me. And when the road is winding and way too long, you deliver me. You deliver me. When there's a distance between what I am and who I wanna be, you deliver me. When I feel like I can't go on, you deliver me. And when the road is winding and way too long, you deliver me. When I feel like I can't go on, you deliver me. And when the road is winding
On Robin Hood Radio, Clay Walker. This is Sunday of the Country. Reminder, Sharon Fire Department Ambulance Squad has their pancake breakfast. It's underway right now at the Sharon Firehouse. Goes till 10:30 this morning to support your ambulance squad here in Sharon.
She put him out like the burning end of a midnight cigarette. She broke his heart. He spent his whole life trying to forget. We watched him drink his pain away, a little at a time, but he never could get drunk enough to get her off his mind until the night he put that bottle to his head and pulled the trigger, and finally drank away her memory. Life is short, but this time it was bigger than the strength he had to get up off his knees. We found him with his face down in the pillow, with a note that said, "I love her till I die." And when we buried him beneath the willow, the angel sang a whiskey lullaby. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
The rumors flew, but nobody knew how much she blamed herself for years and years. She tried to hide the whiskey on her breath. She finally drank her pain away, a little at a time, but she never could get drunk enough to get him off her mind until the night she put that bottle to her head and pulled the trigger, and finally drank away his memory. Life is short, but this time it was bigger than the strength she had to get up off her knees. We found her with her face down in the pillow, clinging to his picture for dear life. We laid her next to him beneath the willow, while the angel sang a whiskey lullaby. La 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la.
It's Sunday in the Country. Marshall Miles along with you till noontime. A reminder that September 11th is coming our way once again at the Church of St. Joseph Memorial Timeline in North Canaan for the 10th and 11th. Begins at midnight on the 10th and continues right through the 11th. You're invited to stop by. There's no entertainment or anything like that. It's reflection, prayer, and thought, and recognizing those who gave their lives on that day and those who also gave their lives in the fight against terrorism. So that is coming up in North Canaan once again, the Church of St. Joseph Memorial Timeline for September 11th, the remembrance. Programming and underwriting support from the Intermountain Golf Course, family-run 9-hole executive course offering alternate tees for the back nine, open 7 days a week. Undermountain Road in Copake, New York, 518-329-4444. Spend a few hours, not a fortune, on the web, undermountaingolf.com. It's 23 past the hour.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. More sun for Sunday and warm and dry. A great end to the weekend with highs about 75. Clear and cool sunny night down to about 50. And Monday we continue the dry weather with sunny skies, very pleasant, and highs in the lower to mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
53 degrees at Robin Hood Radio.
When I was a little bitty girl, just up off the floor, we used to go down to Grandma's house every month and so have chicken pie and country ham and homemade butter on the bread. But the best darn thing about Grandma's house was a great big feather bed. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide, and soft as a downy chip. It was made from the feathers of 40 little geese, took a whole bunch of cloth for the tip. It would hold 8 kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. After supper we'd sit around the fire, the old folks would spit and shoot. I'd talk about the farm and the war, and Granny sing a ballad or two. And I'd sit and listen and watch the fire till the cobwebs fill my head. Next thing I know, I'd wake up in the morning in the middle of the old feather bed. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide, and soft as a downy chip. It was made from the feathers of 40 little geese, took a whole bunch of cloth for the tip. It would hold 8 kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Well, I love my ma and I love my pa. I love Granny and Grandpa too. I've been fishing with my uncle, wrestled with my cousins, and I even kissed Aunt Lou. Hey! But if I ever had to make a choice, I guess it ought to be safe. I'd trade them all and a pickup truck for Grandma's feather bed. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide and soft as a downy chip. It was made from the feathers of 40 little geese, took a whole bunch of cloth on the tip. It would hold 8 kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed.
That is Brenda Lee on Robin Hood Radio. Sunday in the Country with Marshall Miles on this gorgeous Sunday.
Remember when I was young and so were you, and time stood still, and love was all we knew. You were the first, so was I. We made love and then you cried. Remember when? Remember when we vowed the vows and walked the walk and gave our hearts, made the start, and it was hard. We lived and learned life through curves. There was joy, there was hurt. Remember when? Remember when old ones died and new were born, and life was changed, disassembled, rearranged. We came together, fell apart, and broke each other's hearts. Remember when? Remember when the sound of little feet was music? We danced to week, brought back the love. We found trust, vowed we'd never give it up. Remember when? Remember when 30 seems so old now, looking back. It's just a stepping stone to where we are, where we've been. Said we'd do it all again. Remember when? Remember when we said when we turned gray, when the children grow up and move away, we won't be sad, we'll be glad for all the life we've had, and we'll remember when. Remember when.
On Robin Hood Radio, we mentioned a little earlier, once again, the Sharon Fire Department Ambulance Squad has their pancake breakfast going on till 10:30 at the, of course, firehouse today. Stockbridge Grange on Church Street has their roast pork dinner today beginning at 1 o'clock. More information at 413-298-3185. They do have takeouts coming up for that as well. Underwriting support from John Andrews Farmhouse Restaurant, Hillsdale Road, South Egremont, Massachusetts. Since 1990, chef-owner Dan Smith offering a unique taste of place dining experience, selected as one of the world's 25 best farm-stand restaurants by the Daily Meal. Open Thursday through Monday, closed on Wednesday. 413-528-3469, johnandrewsrestaurant.com. Our community calendar of coming events is underwritten by Fife and Drum Restaurant, Gift Shop and Inn in Kent. Maintaining their commitment to fine food, good music, and attentive hospitality. FifeandDrum.com. You will also find them on Facebook. And the Stagecoach Tavern, the home of the Downcountry Social Club, located on Route 41 South Undermountain Road in Sheffield. 413-229-8585, stagecoachtavern.net. Hotchkiss Library in Sharon presents Get Organized, a three-part series with professional organizer Jan Bountrush on Sundays at 4 p.m. Coming up on September 15th at 4 p.m., the focus will be on the basics, how to get and stay organized. All sessions will be at the Hotchkiss Library on the Green in Sharon. Pre-registration is recommended. 860-364-5041. And a reminder that the John F. Foley Lone Oak Golf Tournament will be held on Monday, September 16th at the Egremont Country Club to see if there's room for you to play. 860-601-3130. If you're not for profit or public service organization has an event going on that you'd like to publicize, we'd like to help you out. RobinHoodRadio.com. Click on Contact Us. Click on Submit PSA. Once you're there, fill out the form completely and click Submit. The only rule we have, just one very simple rule. And that rule is, as long as you don't pay for it elsewhere, we'll put it on the air absolutely free on Robin Hood Radio and the Robin Hood Radio Network. It's 33 minutes past the hour.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. More sun for Sunday and warm and dry. A great end to the weekend with highs about 75. Clear and cool sunny night down to about 50. And Monday we continue the dry weather with sunny skies, very pleasant, and highs in the lower to mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 62 degrees. We want to welcome in a guest to our show this morning. It's Wendy Miller from Sharon Audubon. Wendy, good morning.
Good morning, Marshall.
Thanks for joining us this morning, and thanks for rescheduling.
No problem. You're welcome.
All right. So you have actually a double header of sorts, which is coming up. And I guess it's a doubleheader that's involving butterflies, the Audubon Center, and Doug Tallamy.
We do. We're excited about it. For those who don't know, we, Audubon Sharon, received a grant back in the winter to build a new butterfly house and caterpillar rearing lab on the grounds at Sharon Audubon Center. And with that, we're kind of doing our big Butterfly Celebration Festival as kind of a grand opening to our butterfly project, even though it's kind of the end of the butterfly season at this point, but gives the public a little sneak peek into what the project is and what is going to be available to the public starting next spring and summer. So we're excited about that.
Now, this all starts off on Friday, the 13th in Litchfield, right, at 7 o'clock with Douglas Tallamy?
Yeah, so we're kicking it off with a special presentation by Dr. Douglas Tallamy. He's a professor in the Department of Entomology and Wildlife Ecology at the University of Delaware, and he's the author of the book Bringing Nature Home, How You Can Sustain Wildlife with Native Plants. He's an excellent speaker, and he's going to be talking about how we can help bird populations, which of course is important to Audubon, by helping to bring back native caterpillar populations, because approximately 96% of songbirds feed their young insects and spiders, but mostly caterpillars. And the ornamental plants that we are putting into our landscapes today around our homes are not supporting the native caterpillars that the birds need in order to feed their young. So if we don't have the caterpillars around, we don't have the birds, and which of course we all know is important for humans as well. We need the birds, we need the biological diversity, so we need the insects. So he'll be speaking about that at the Litchfield Community Center, and that's in Litchfield on Friday evening at 7 o'clock.
And what's interesting about that is, we always talk about, when you live within nature, you learn to cooperate with nature, how people now, instead of using pesticides and other things, they put bat houses around their house to get rid of the natural way of getting rid of basically a lot of insects around your house, and the bats are actually a friend to mankind that way. And I guess by creating a habitat that's great for butterflies is the same way. You're just building upon the future.
Absolutely. It's, bats are super important, the butterflies and other insects and pollinators. So we're really trying to stress the importance of planting natives, native plants, native wildflowers, native trees, rather than a lot of the ornamentals that people are putting around their houses. It looks nice, but it's not. If you look at those specific trees or plants that are the ornamentals, you're not going to find a lot of insects using those because they're just not a food plant or a host plant for those insects. And we've actually seen that, interestingly enough, last summer in our rehab clinic. We've had baby birds that were coming in with they're malnourished, they had feather growth problems, they had stress bars on their feathers, which all kind of shows that they're not getting the diet that they should be getting in the wild. So that lack of caterpillars and the lack of insects is showing up in the birds that are around us.
So once again, Wendy Miller is with us from Sharon Audubon, Part 1, on Friday, September 13th, 7 to 8:30 in Litchfield, Connecticut. Dr. Douglas Tallamy, A Guide to Restoring the Little Things That Run the World. Now, Part 2 of your weekend is the Butterfly Celebration Festival, but wrapped in with that festival, which is Saturday, September 14th, we remind people for the past couple of weeks, we've been speaking about the wild and beautiful creatures, the life and work of J.J. Audubon, which is really an effort between the Hotchkiss School, Sharon Audubon. I mean, a lot has gone into that. So let's talk about Part 2 of this, which is the Butterfly Celebration Festival on Saturday, September 14th from 10 to 3 at Sharon Audubon.
Right, so this is kind of just a sneak peek for the public into this whole new butterfly project that we're doing at Audubon Sharon. So even though it's still a work in progress and it's going to be throughout, the next coming years, we do have butterflies in the Flight House now. Currently, we have hundreds of monarch caterpillars and chrysalises. So people will be able to come and take a tour. They'll be able to go into the Butterfly Flight House and have the monarchs flying around them. We'll be able to show them the caterpillar rearing lab, and they'll be able to see those chrysalises and the caterpillars. And we'll talk about how we're collecting the eggs and raising the caterpillars and the butterflies, and then eventually we will be releasing them. So we'll release these monarchs for migration and just so they can be out in the wild again. So we're helping the monarch population as well. And it's just, we're going to have experts there speaking about just basic butterfly facts, common butterfly identification, what they can do to plant natives, like how to plant natives at your own home to attract these butterflies, and not just monarchs, but all the common butterflies, the native butterflies that we see around this area. And there's going to be activities for kids and crafts, and we're going to have face painting and butterfly merchandise available for purchase. We're going to do a small native plant sale. So if people are saying, hey, what can I do to plant to attract these butterflies, we'll have some plants right there for you to take home.
I think it's interesting looking at the schedule of events for the Butterfly Celebration Festival on Saturday. You start off with yoga by the pond at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, just a little serene yoga up by the pond because it starts at 10 o'clock. We're going to do mostly in that kind of 45 minutes, an hour, going around and looking for butterflies and other pollinators in the field and just doing some basic catching and a bio-blitz, just seeing what's out there and getting people to notice what is actually out there using these flowers. But yoga is nice, too. A lot of people start off their morning, and it'll be up by the pond, which is up by the butterfly garden, so we can be overlooking the butterfly garden at the same time. So it just kicks off with a little bit of yoga by the pond while we're searching for insects as well. And then at 10:45, we have the ribbon cutting ceremony to open up the flight house itself. And then from 11 to about 2:45, we have the ongoing activities and the presentations that take place. And then at the end, at 2:45, if weather's cooperating, we'll do some butterfly releases. So we'll be tagging the butterflies and releasing some of them. So when they start their migration south, if they are indeed found when they travel south, they'll be able to track those butterflies back up to Sharon Audubon.
And what you were saying also, which I think is great the way you've wound it in here, is that the plants that will be on sale will be the plants exactly that this whole weekend is basically telling you to help the small things.
Absolutely,
in your environment.
These butterflies and pollinators, they need their nectar plants, so they have a source of food, obviously, and they have host plants. So some of these butterflies have plants that they use specifically for food, and then they have plants what they use specifically for laying their eggs. So we have a little bit of both that people can purchase there and take home and start their gardens. It's not too late to plant them now, and then they'll come up again in the spring.
And we remind people that the great thing about almost everything that you do at the Sharon Audubon Center, you welcome people of all ages. Doesn't matter if you've got young kids, they'll be just as thrilled as what goes on at Sharon Audubon on this day, as well as if you have a 90-year-old grandparent. Really, I think what the Audubon has to offer reaches out over all the different demographics.
Absolutely, especially the Butterfly Celebration Festival. We try to have a little bit of something for everybody. So you can learn about the butterfly life cycle. If you're an adult, we can just go over that with you. But we also have an activity for kids that they can actually act it out. So we try to have something for everybody. I would say Dr. Talamy's presentation on Friday evening is more for the adult crowd than for kids. But the festival itself is definitely for all ages. And who doesn't love have butterflies fluttering around you? So when you go into the Butterfly Flight House, that will definitely be happening. And it's just something that, even when we go out there, the staff, and I'm out there quite often now, it's just so amazing to walk in there and have these butterflies flying around you. So I think everybody would be able to enjoy it if they came.
Butterfly Celebration Festival is Saturday, September 14th from 10 to 3 at Sharon Audubon. There is a $10 donation for adults, $5 for kids 12 and under. What I should point out before we go back to Friday is that I'm not sure how many people realize that. Like, a lot of people think we're an NPR station, that we get money from NPR. We don't. Our budget, we pay, and our budget is our own responsibility. And I remember years and years and years and years ago, National Audubon, the way Sharon Audubon survives, you survive on your own budget.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of people think that we have that we're completely taken care of by National Audubon Society, but as far as Sharon Audubon Center goes, we're owned and operated by National Audubon Society, but we do rely mostly on our own local donations and memberships, our school programs that we teach, the tuition coming in from that. So we do rely on the support from the community and events like this.
Well, that's what makes it so important. And I know that you're not surprised, and we're not surprised because we get the same problem here, where people think, oh, because you were NPR, that we're funded and you don't have to. You have to worry about it. Sharon Audubon and everything that you do really is. I always used to call it, and still call it, Sharon's amazing hidden jewel, because you do keep the doors open on the good graces, really, of people supporting these events that you do and raising funds locally.
We do. We rely on the support of, like I said, the community and beyond, these donations, our volunteers. We have a bunch of volunteers who help out with animal care and office duties, and now we have the whole Butterfly Project, where we've had wonderful volunteers the last several weeks or even the last couple months just collecting hundreds of butterfly eggs and rearing the caterpillars, and it's a lot of work, and we rely on them and the support that we get from the community, and also from grants. I mean, this whole thing wouldn't happen if we wouldn't have the grants that we received from an anonymous grant and one from the Northwest Connecticut Community Foundation. So we're very thankful for those grants.
So the weekend we are talking about is Friday, September 13th, 7 o'clock in Litchfield, Connecticut. Dr. Douglas Talmay presentation, A Guide to Restoring Little Things That Run the World. And then, of course, on Saturday is the Butterfly Festival at Sharon Audubon, sharon.audubon.org. Is there a telephone number people can call for more?
Sure. So for information, they can either contact our website, which is sharon.audubon.org, or they can call 860-364-0520. And for the talk on Friday night, pre-registration is appreciated but not required, and you can call that number and just tell us how many people are coming. And it is $10 per person for Friday evening's talk, but if you attend that presentation, you will get 50% off one adult admission ticket for the Butterfly Celebration Festival on Saturday.
Busy weekend that weekend at Sharon Audubon. Wendy, thanks for taking a few minutes and joining us today.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for having me.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Yeah. That's Sharon Audubon, sharon.audubon.org, sharon.audubon.org for more information. Sounds like it's going to be a great couple of events coming up, one in Litchfield and one, of course, here at the Sharon Audubon Center. Beautiful Sunday here on Robin Hood Radio. Marshall Miles in till 12 noon. If you like the golf, there's a couple of golf tournaments coming up in the coming week. And maybe, just maybe, there might be room for a single or a team. The first one is coming up tomorrow, the Kent Volunteer Fire Department Tournament at the Tom Fazio designed Bulls Bridge Golf Club. It is going to be held tomorrow. If you want to see if there's any room for you or a foursome, 860-671-0398. And the Sharon Fire Department Annual Golf Tournament will be held Tuesday. That's Tuesday at the Sharon Country Club. It's an 18-hole, four-person scramble event. 11:30 is the registration and a lunch. The shotgun start at 12:30 on Tuesday. See if there's more room to have more golfers, whether it's a team or just a single. You can contact 860-671-5758 and learn more about the Sharon Fire Department on the web at sharonfiredepartment.org. sharonfiredepartment.org. And that event, by the way, Sharon Audubon, sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I want to remind you, though, that the Friday event is for adults only, and that's in Litchfield. And now the Saturday event, which is the Butterfly Festival, hey, that's for the whole family. That's at Sharon Audubon on Route 4 as you're heading out of Sharon to the south. So that sounds like it's going to be a real fun event. And because we had a holiday last week, this week is just, this coming week, loaded. I mean, loaded with various meetings all over the place. Of course, we'll cover them for you, not only here on the radio, but also on Robin Hood Radio TV, which is CATV6, CATV6.com. for more information on what goes on there. By the way, if you want to see videos of what happens at all these meetings, they're posted. That's right, on a regular basis. CATV6.com. Click on the Vimeo link, and all the videos that are there are in chronological order. So it gives you a chance to attend the meeting without attending the meeting. Not too shabby, huh? Kind of nice. That is CATV6.com. Click on the Vimeo link, and you'll find out more about what's going on in our area.
Moved into my old apartment. That's how we got this whole thing started. She called and said that I had mail waiting there for me. I told her that I'd come and get it. How could I know in just a minute that I'd be standing face to face with my own destiny? And we sat there talking just like we were old friends. Oh, then I asked her, can I see you again? She said yes, and I said wow. She said when, and I said how about right now, love? Can't wait. Then I asked if she believed in fate, and she said yes. Days flew by just like a fast train, and nothing else has been on my brain except the thought of how she makes me the man I wanna be. She's the one I want for a million reasons. Loving her is just like breathing. It's easy and it's obvious. She was made for me. One night looking in her eyes. Oh, when I popped the question, much to my surprise, she said yes, and I said wow. She said when, and I said how about right now, love? Can't wait. Then I asked if she believed in fate, and she said yes. Family and friends, and nothing's been the same since she said yes. I said wow. She said when. I said how about right now, love? Can't wait. Then I asked if she believed in fate, and she said yes.
Hey, good morning. Hey, you got about a half hour still to get over to the Sharon Fire Department Ambulance Squad. Their pancake breakfast, which runs till 10:30 this morning. A little bit later on this afternoon is an interesting talk coming up with Brian Gerber. Can you prove it? How deep research can lead to a historic sign in New York State. The event is being sponsored by the Northeast Historical Society. It begins at 2 o'clock today at the Northeast Millerton Library Annex, 28th Century Boulevard in Millerton. By the way, refreshments will be served after the program. Music to the top of the hour. Sunday in the Country, Robin Hood Radio.
I was raised off of Route 3, out past where the blacktop ends. We'd walk to church on Sunday morning, race barefoot back to Johnson's fence. That's where I first saw Mary, on that roadside picking blackberries. That summer I turned a corner in my soul. sinners and believers. Learn that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road. Her daddy didn't like me much in my shackled up GTO. I'd sneak out in the middle of the night, throw rocks at her bedroom window. We'd turn out the headlights, drive by the moonlight, talk about what the future might hold down that red dirt road. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Where I wrecked my first car. I tore it all to pieces. I learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. Learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road. I went out into the world and I came back in. I lost Mary, oh, I got her back again. And driving home tonight feels like I found a long lost friend. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Where I wrecked my first car. I tore it all to pieces. I learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. Learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road.
Borrowed some money, I sold my car. I put an Airstream trailer up on blocks. That satellite dish was my first mistake. She started watching Oprah Winfrey and Ricky Lake. She cut me down to once a week. At supper time, there wasn't nothing to eat. I was paranoid and scared to death. She came home with aqua velva on her breath. Burn down the trailer park. Shoot the pink flamingos out in the yard. I can't live there since you broke my heart. I'm gonna burn down the trailer park. She hired the neighbor's son to cut our grass. She gave him cold iced tea and a piece of pie. My landlord came while I was out of town. Our pipes got fixed and the rent went down. We fell asleep with the late show on, and now it's 3 a.m. I wake up and she's gone. I've got a strong suspicion she's at it again, since I don't know which trailer she's in. I'm gonna burn down the trailer park. Shoot the pink flamingos out in the yard. I can't live there since you broke my heart. I'm gonna burn down the trailer park. Burn it down. Jones don't understand. Geraldo don't understand. Maury Povich sure don't understand. I've got a can of gas and I'm a dangerous man. I'm gonna burn down the trailer park, shoot the pink flamingos out in the yard. I can't live there since you broke my heart. I'm gonna burn down the trailer park, burn down the trailer park, shoot the pink flamingos out in the yard. I can't live there since you broke my heart. I'm gonna burn down the trailer park, burn down the trailer park, burn it down.
Robin Hood Radio is WHDD AM and FM Sharon, WBSL FM Sheffield, and WLHV FM Annandale on Hudson.
The smallest NPR station in the nation.
It's 10 o'clock. Here's check on stories we're following for you today on Robin Hood Radio. Stockbridge Grange on Church Street has a roast pork dinner today. It runs from 1 o'clock on, $12 for adults. Children up to 12 years of age dine for half price. Youngsters 6 and under eat for free when accompanied by adults. Takeouts are available. Also, Northeast resident Brian Gerber once had a significant mill on his property to serve the community from the 18th to the 20th century. His talk, Can You Prove It? How Deep Research Can Lead to a Historic Sign, will be held at 2 o'clock at the Northeast Mount Millerton Library, Annex 28th Century Boulevard in Millerton today. And the Sharon Fire Department annual golf tournament will tee it up on Tuesday at the Sharon Country Club. The rain date is the 17th. More information is available at 860-671-5758. We'll keep you abreast of news and weather information every hour on the hour, and we'll bring you updates as needed. I'm Marshall Miles for Robin Hood Radio, robinhoodradio.com. You'll find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. More sun for Sunday and warm and dry. A great end to the weekend with highs about 75. Clear and cool sunny night down to about 50. And Monday we continue the dry weather with sunny skies, very pleasant, and highs in the lower to mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 62 degrees. Underwriting support from Associated Lightning Rod, Route 22 in Millerton, installing lightning protection for homes and businesses for well over 50 years. 518-789-4603. ALRCI.com on the web. Sagala Turnkey Housing, Route 7 in Canaan, an authorized independent builder for Westchester Modular Homes, 860-824-0019, Sagalas.com. Roaring Oaks Florist in Lakeville, Connecticut, unique designs with personal attention, RoaringOaksFlorist.com. Dave's TV, Route 44 in Millerton, New York, everything for home entertainment, video, audio, satellite TV, 518-789-3881, davestv.net. McEnroe Organic Farm Market, Route 22 in Millerton, open year-round 7 days a week, 518-789-4191, McEnroeOrganicFarm.com. Northeast Muffler, Route 22 in Millerton, New York, 518-789-3669. On Facebook, Northeast Muffler. It is time once again for Sporting a Cause with Willie Hallahan, sportingacause.com. That's the website you can go to find out all these fundraising events that are intertwined and associated with athletic events. And, of course, the person who runs this website and is also on the air with us is Willie Hallahan. Good morning, Willie.
Good morning, Marshall. How you doing?
Good. Looking at your site, well, you have a lot to talk about today.
This is by far the busiest week on my calendar of the whole year, and I'd better get right to it because there's a lot to cover. This afternoon, there are things people can do today. This is the first weekend of the Housatonic Heritage Walk program. It's a month long, and there are half a dozen things people can do, starting like at 1 o'clock this afternoon. There's a hike at Wacona Falls up in Dalton, Mass. There's a short, easy walk that encompasses the Shays Rebellion site on that portion of the Appalachian Trail in Sheffield. There's a tour of the Indian Village at Washington, Connecticut. There's a tour of the Hancock Shaker Village with a emphasis on geography up in that neck of the woods. So there's plenty to do up there. Today is also the Walk to End Alzheimer's in Litchfield. It was the subject of my blog this week. It's Alzheimer's largest fundraiser of the year, and that's being held at the White Memorial Conservation Center, and that starts at 1 o'clock. So people can take advantage of that after hearing us today on the air. I should mention that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and the Million Mile, a virtual event. It's a kind of a walkathon, runathon, bikeathon, whatever you want to do from the comfort of your own area. It's a fundraiser where you log all the miles that you walk, run, or bike over the month of September, solicit pledges, and hopefully at the end of September, the sum total will be 1 million miles and a lot of money for Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation. Very worthy cause. Tomorrow, there are a couple golf tournaments going on. The Kent Fire Company golf tournament at the exclusive Bulls Bridge Golf Club. That benefits, of course, the Kent Fire Company. The same day, the BLN Charity Golf Tournament. The B stands for Brooks, Todd, and McNeil Insurance Company. Litchfield is the L, Litchfield Bank Corp., and N stands for Northwest Community Bank. Torrington, these three companies have put on a golf tournament every year. They've raised a ton of money, like $500,000 over the years for very worthy causes like the Susan B. Anthony Project, Fish of Northwest Connecticut, Community Kitchen, McCall Foundation, all very, very worthy causes. And then Tuesday, the next day, on the 10th, the Sharon Fire Department has their golf tournament over at the Sharon Country Club. Of course, the proceeds there benefit the fire company. And Thursday, the 12th, COARC Opportunities Golf Tournament. ARC is an organization, it's a national organization that addresses the needs of the intellectually challenged. It's a very good organization, and there are three of them in our area, tri-state area, Marshall. The COARC is the Columbia County ARC. Their golf tournament is at the Columbia Country Club over in Claverack, but there's LARC it's ARC of Litchfield, and there's one in the Berkshires, all doing great work. They're all on my calendars for one reason or another. And then we get to Saturday, the 14th, and all heck breaks loose with all the things going on. There's the free-to-run trail races. That's up in Pittsfield at the State Forest. This is a multi-event race. There's a half marathon, a full marathon, and a 50-mile race. Can you imagine? And this benefits Free to Run, which is an organization which supports women and girls living in conflicted areas. Also next Saturday, the March On for Brain Injury Family Fun Walk. That's on the walkway over the Hudson. That's both put on by and for the benefit of the Brain Injury Association of New York State. The same day, Saturday, the Lee Founders Day 5K. Is held at Lee High School. It's part of the Lee Founders Day weekend. It's a 4-day extravaganza, a big deal up in that neck of the woods, and the 5K is a part of that, and that benefits the Lee High School Wildcats cross-country team. Again on Saturday, the 14th, the VFW Post 296 has their golf tournament. This isn't to be confused with the Couch Pipa Post in Canaan, which we talk about a lot. This is the Winston version, and they're having their tournament over at Eastwoods Country Club in Torrington. Then we move on to Sunday, the 15th, for the Dutchess County Classic. This is a multi-race event. It moved to the Dutchess Community College. There's a 1 mile, a 5K, a half marathon, and a full marathon, which benefits the United Way of Dutchess. They moved so that the longer races could take advantage of the walkway over the Hudson and also the Dutchess Rail Trail. So there's a lot of scenery to be seen while you're running those outrageous distances. Also next Sunday, the Macedonia Trail Race at Macedonia Brook State Park in Kent. This is a multi-event event too. There's a 7.25 mile race, a 25K, and a 50K, and those benefit local charities. Also next Sunday, on the 15th, is a big event, the Josh Billings Run-A-Ground. This is a triathlon. It's billed, they've been doing it for like 45 years. It's billed as the oldest triathlon that uses paddling in its water event. It's not a swim, it's a paddle. And I can't imagine the volunteers it takes to put this on, because it starts with a mass bicycle start. There'll be 500 bicycles starting in the Price Chopper parking lot up in Great Barrington. They quickly funnel down to single file. the recipe for disaster is everywhere, but it always seems to work out. It involves the Stockbridge Bowl, and they end up in Tanglewood. It's a big deal, and that benefits United Way of the Berkshires. On the same day, unfortunately, I say unfortunately because there's all these worthy things going on simultaneously almost. There's the Miles for Mo 5K. This is held at Camp Mo in Torrington. Mo is named after Emil Renzullo Jr., Mo for short. He passed away from leukemia at the age of 12. Apparently, I wish I'd known him, a very charismatic young man, and his parents started this race in his honor, and Camp Mo was named after him. And that raises money for scholarships for kids to go to Camp Mo and for other child-oriented causes. Also next Sunday, the 15th, the Lakeville Open Horse Show. This used to be held in Lakeville, but now it's held at Riga Meadow at Cole Farm in Millbrook. It's a really big horse show with many, many, many classes. It's a fundraiser because it costs money to participate, but it's free to go and watch. And that benefits the Lakeville Pony Club. And also next Sunday is the Walk in the Woods for Parkinson's, one of the many walkathons that take place at White Memorial Conservation Center in Litchfield. That's put on by and benefits the Torrington Area Parkinson's Support Group. And if that wasn't enough, Marshall, the next Saturday and Sunday is the second weekend of the Heritage Walks. So if you add in the walks with everything else, there are over 40 things people can do between today and next Sunday.
And you didn't even mention the stuff that's coming up after that that's local, which is both the SWASA tournament and the Salisbury Central School golf tournament.
Yeah. They'll be coming up soon enough. Yeah.
Man, it's amazing.
Yeah. The Salisbury Central School and SWASA will be the next Thursday and Saturday after that. So things don't slow down a whole lot. Plenty to do.
And the Sharon Golf Tournament and the Salisbury Winter Sports Association Golf Tournament, we supply the hole-in-one for us.
That's right. Forgive me for not mentioning that. That's a big deal. All these events, I probably don't mention it enough, but any fundraiser event is possible because of the sponsorship of businesses. Without them, they tend to underwrite the expenses, and then whatever the entry fees are, that's gravy for the event. But without business sponsorships, there are no events, quite literally.
All right, so it's a busy week there, Willie, and next week is no slouch either.
No, right? No, as we head into the fall, we're busy.
And that's sportingacause.com. Willie, have a great weekend. We'll speak to you next week.
All right, Marshall. Thank you so much. Bye.
I came up out of the water, raised my hands up to the Father, gave it all to Him that day, felt anew and kissed my face, walked away, eyes wide open, could finally see where I was going. Didn't matter where I'd been, I'm not the same man I was then. I got off track, I made mistakes, backslid my way into that place where souls get lost, lines get crossed, and the pain won't go away. I hit my knees, now here I stand. There I was, now here I am. Here I am, changed. I got a lot of hey, I'm sorry. The things I've done, man, that was not me. I wish that I could take it all back. I just wanna tell them that. Tell them that I got off track, I made mistakes, backslid my way into that place where souls get lost,
A Sunday it is. A Sunday morning it is. It's, of course, Sunday in the country. Have a few minutes left. They're getting ready to wrap it up. The breakfast put on by the Sharon Fire Department ambulance, happening till 10:30 at the firehouse. So you just have a very few short minutes to get over there and have some breakfast and support the Sharon Fire Department. Pretty simple, right? Not too hard of a thing to do. They're there whenever you need them, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All righty then. What's coming up? Also, I want to remind you, beginning at 1 o'clock today, Stockbridge Grange on Church Street has a roast pork dinner. It runs at 1 o'clock. More information at 413-298-3185.
I saw you staring at each other. I saw your eyes begin to glow, and I could tell you once were lovers. You ain't had nothing that I don't know. There's an old flame burning in your eyes that tears can't drown and makeup can't disguise. Now that old flame might not be stronger, but it's been burning longer than any spark I might have started in your eyes. You said it ended when he left you. You say your love for me is strong, but those old memories still upset you. Well, I might be a memory before too long, 'cause there's an old flame burning in your eyes that tears can't drown and makeup can't disguise. Now that old flame might not be stronger, but it's been burning longer than any spark I might have started in your eyes. There's an old flame burning.
Robin Hood Radio, Marshall Miles with you until 12 noon. A reminder that you can join me Monday through Friday, along with Jill Goodman and all of the people that we normally have on a Monday through Friday basis. Monday through Friday from 6 till 9 with the Breakfast Club. And every Monday through Friday, we also broadcast live on Facebook the first hour from 6 till 7 on Facebook Live. Our address is WHCD, RobinHoodRadio.com. So, hey, join us one morning and take a look at what goes on behind the scenes. Programming and underwriting support from Kent's Vacuum Center in Great Barrington. Over 50 years in the vacuum industry, 42 in the tri-state Berkshire area, representing the finest European vacuum systems, featuring vacuums to match every customer's needs. Sales and service at 413-528-0690 and on Facebook at Kent's Vacuum Center.
Hi, my name is Stefan Root, co-owner of Berkshire Bike and Board, and I support my local NPR station, WHDD.
To show your support for the nation's smallest NPR affiliate, you can do it one of three ways. You can go online, RobinHoodRadio.com, click on Make a Donation. You can mail a check, address it to WHDD 67 Main Street, Sharon, Connecticut, 06069. Make the check payable to Tri-State Public Communications. Or you can phone in a credit card request at 860-364-4640. 21 past the hour.
They say love is more precious than gold and can't be bought and it can't be sold. I got love enough to spare that makes me a millionaire. I got a woman with eyes that shine down deep as a diamond mine. She's my treasure so very rare. She made me a millionaire. When we ride around this old town in my beat up car with the windows down, people look at her and they look at me and say that boy is sure living in luxury, sweet luxury, because love is more precious than gold. It can't be bought, no, never could be sold. I got love enough to share that made me millionaire. When the kisses fall from everywhere like riches on a millionaire. When my pockets are empty and my cupboard is bare, I still feel like a millionaire. Because love is more precious than gold. It can't be bought, no, and it can't be sold. I got love enough to spare that makes me a millionaire.
Robin Hood Radio. Marshall Miles along with you. That was Chris Stapleton. Hey, something pretty cool is going on today. If you've ever wondered, and especially in New York State, you see the state historic site markers. What does it take to get one of those erected? Well, Northeast resident Brian Gerber is going to hold how he, on his property, had a significant place, and he wanted to honor it with a sign, but it was really hard to get it done. Well, he's going to explain it to you. Can you prove it? How deep research can lead to a historic sign? This event today is sponsored by the Northeast Historical Society, beginning at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock this afternoon. The Northeast Millerton Library Annex, 28th Century Boulevard in Millerton. Refreshments will be served following the program. Sunday in the country. Let's get back to the music.
Every day I clock out and head straight to her house. We cuddle up on the couch, but it always ends the same old way. Driving home and it's incredibly late. Something's gotta change, 'cause I've been wrapped around her finger since the first time we went out. Every day, every night, she's all I think about. it's only been 7 months. That's long enough, 'cause I've been wrapped around her finger since the first time we went out. Every day, every night, she's all I think about. I need that girl beside me when the lights go out. I think it's time to put a ring on the finger I'm wrapped around. I think it's time to put a ring on the finger I'm wrapped around.
Good morning. It's Sunday in the Country here on Robin Hood Radio. A reminder once again that date is coming up this coming week, the 11th of September. And once again, the Church of St. Joseph has their event going on in North Canaan beginning at midnight and continuing all day long. Open for quiet prayer during the day. Services go on. And then from when the first plane hit until the last plane brought the North Tower down, they will have a whole series of events, and then they'll read off a list of all the dead who died that day and in the war fighting terror after that. And it all wraps up at midnight with a prayer. Once again, the Church of St. Joseph in North Canaan. That is coming up on September the 11th. Programming and underwriting support from Nuvance Health. Recently, Sharon Hospital became part of Nuvance Health, a promising new health system working together to rethink the healthcare experience and deliver care with you and your family in mind. More information at nuvancehealth.org. On Robin Hood Radio, Marshall Miles with you. A reminder, the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company Auxiliary Breakfast being held at the Dover Firehouse today on Route 22 in Dover Plains. It runs from 8 until 11, $8 for adults, children $6, and children 4 and under accompanied by adults eat for free. 1:30 on Robin Hood Radio.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. More sun for Sunday and warm and dry. A great end to the weekend with highs about 75. Clear and cool sunny night down to about 50. And Monday we continue the dry weather with sunny skies, very pleasant, and highs in the lower to mid 70s. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 62 degrees.
Baby, tell me, where'd you ever learn to fight without saying no word? Then walks back into my life like it's all gonna be alright. Don't you know how much it hurts when we don't talk, when we don't touch, when it doesn't feel like we're even in love? It matters to me when I don't know what to say, don't know what to do, don't know if it really even matters to you. How can I make you see it matters to me? Maybe I still don't understand the distance between a woman and a man. So tell me how far it is and how you can love like this, 'cause I'm not sure I can. When we don't talk, when we don't touch, when it doesn't feel like we're even in love, it matters to me when I don't know what to say, don't know what to do, don't know if it
Faith Hill here on Robin Hood Radio. It matters to me. I've been talking about this all morning long, and as a matter of fact, the past couple of weeks, Sharon Fire Department has their annual golf tournament at the Sharon Country Club coming up on Tuesday. It is a tournament that starts at 11:30 with registration and lunch on Tuesday. 12:30 shotgun start. Entry fee is $135 per person, which includes the green fees cart, lunch, on-course contest, refreshment cart, awards, and dinner. And also there's lots of raffles. This all benefits, of course, the Sharon Fire Department. If you want to see if there's any room left for a single or another team, 860-671-5758. To learn more about the Sharon Fire Department, it's simple enough on the web, Sharon Fire Department. On the web is SharonFireDEPT.org.
My new neighbor from the city bought 40 acres up the road. He made his money in the market. Now he's wearing cowboy clothes. He ain't got no cows or chickens, but the hat and boots look cool. When he parties on the weekend, 40 acres and a fool. He says he's getting into ranching. He's got a pretty trophy wife. Set her up in a McMansion, but now he's trying to wreck my life. He drives down in his new Hummer. I tell my kids don't walk to school. Took out my mailbox, squashed a possum. 40 acres and a fool. He don't need to borrow nothing, 'cause he's got one of every tool. Installed a laptop on his Bobcat, then drove it right into the pool. I never see his hands get dirty, and I'm not jealous as a rule. Can't get used to living next to 40 acres and a fool. He goes to Cancun in the winter. I get relief for a week or two. Then he's back here with a vengeance. Sometimes life can be so cruel. The county officials are his buddies. He uses money like a tool. He wines and dines them on the weekends. What's this country coming to? 40 acres and a fool.
Robin Hood Radio. Marshall Miles along with you. Nice to have you with us on this Sunday. Hey, a reminder, we have a underwriter that joins us every once in a while when they have something special coming up. Underwriting support comes to us from Hill Rock Fall Open House, which is happening on Saturday, September 14th from 11 till 4. Cognac cask finished bourbon, 100 proof. There's tours, tastings, bottle signing with the owners, and more. It's a limited bottle release. More information at 518-329-1023 or hillrockdistillery.com on the web. Underwriting support from 20 Railroad Public House, Great Barrington, providing local and seasonally inspired pub fare using antibiotic and added hormone-free meats, local produce, craft beer, cocktails, and wine. 20railroad.com. The Robin Hood Radio Network. You might say to yourself, what is the Robin Hood Radio Network? Well, it's a combination of radio stations put together so everybody in the tri-state area can listen to Robin Hood Radio, which is WHDD, AM 1020 and FM 91.9, the smallest NPR station in the nation. In Northwest Connecticut, of course, AM 1020 and also FM 91.9. In the South County area of Massachusetts, AM 1020 WHDD and WBSL FM 91.7. Now, when you travel the Route 7 corridor from Mohawk Mountain down to Kent, Connecticut, you can listen to Robin Hood Radio on FM 97.5 FM. And when you travel the Route 22 corridor from Millerton, New York down to Pauling, well, then it's FM 97.5 FM once again for WHDD. In New York State, Eastern Ulster, Eastern Windham County, it's WLHV FM 88.1. In South Greene County, in all of Columbia County, and Northern Dutchess County, it's WLHV FM 88.1. There you go. That's the course, that's the primer, that's the information. Robin Hood Radio is on the Robin Hood Radio Network, and the Robin Hood Radio Network can be heard throughout the tri-state region in New York, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. Programming and underwriting support from Nuvance Health. Recently, Sharon Hospital became part of Nuvance Health, a promising new health system working together to rethink the healthcare experience and deliver care with you and your family in mind. More information at nuvancehealth.org. WHCD, it's 40 minutes past the hour.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. More sun for Sunday and warm and dry. A great end to the weekend with highs about 75. Clear and cool sunny night down to about 50. And Monday we continue the dry weather with sunny skies, very pleasant, and highs in the lower to mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 62 degrees. I'm sure that most of you who have traveled on Route 22 and gone just north of Millerton, New York, have noticed the beautiful farm and also the small farm store that's on the right as you're just about leaving Dutchess County into Columbia County. And that is actually the store that you're seeing there is Willowbrook Farms, and that's the farm store that we talk about here on the radio. It is a third-generation farm, as a matter of fact, and we have right now Kenneth Beneke with us. Ken, 3 generations. Obviously, you're the third generation that's operating the farm now, right?
Yes.
And I have to ask you this because it's not. I've known Dave Teeter for a long time and spoken to a lot of farmers and everything like that. It's you're your own boss, but boy, it's not an easy thing to operate a farm nowadays, especially with competition that you get from the bigger farms. But you really have seemed to have carved out a nice niche for yourself in our local area.
Yes, I've as my grandfather came up from the city, he was a delicatessen, and he purchased the farm back in 1943, and we had to try to do something a little bit different with the way the milk prices are in today's world. So we had to kind of move to doing a farm store, doing other creative ideas that you had to try to survive.
Well, it's almost like and I hate to say this because it's not negative, a tourist attraction. A couple of times when I go there every summer and stock up, I have failed to be there yet when I go on a Friday or a Saturday, where there aren't a lot of people from New York City that are traveling north that pull in and stop in.
Yes, that's probably our main clientele, I guess. It's very seasonal, so we have to kind of really focus on it for 4 months.
Well, let's talk about something that's seasonal that's coming up, which everybody enjoys, doesn't matter where you're from, and that are corn mazes. And you are putting in a pretty incredible corn maze that's going to be open starting September 6th. Let's talk a little bit about the corn maze. I've known farmers that have put in corn mazes. How long did you work on this, getting it together on paper and then transferring it, to the actual ground that it's on?
Well, the whole thought process of it was a couple years ago. I did it just fooling around and not really thinking about it too much. And excuse me. And this year I talked to a fellow that does corn mazes all over the country and all actually outside of the country also. Ben Herbst from themaze.com. He goes with the GPS and does it all. And I talked to him quite a bit about it, and I decided I probably could do it myself. So what I did is when we planted the corn, the field is as smooth as can be, like we would put down a seeding of grass or anything. And then I planted it both directions, so it was very thick. And then at about 10 inches tall, I went out and staked the boundaries of the field, so the boundaries of the sketch that we drew. And then the sketch that I drew, I kind of just went out with my zero-turn lawnmower and started mowing it.
Sounds so simple, but it's not really simple at all.
No. So what happens is you go in there and you got to kind of, I have the picture in front of me. The way that the guy from Utah does it is he has a GPS on his zero-turn, so he can actually direct himself. And I was just kind of going by the feel of the field, and I guess I got it right. So I was really worried about some of the pictures on the maze that we have that weren't correct, but it actually came out really great.
So how long did it take you to mow it when you finally got to mow it?
So the first time, it took about 4 or 5 hours with a lawnmower, but then you have to go back like a couple weeks later because the corn, because it hasn't matured, it wants to keep on growing.
Yeah.
So you have to keep on mowing it down. I did that like 3 times, and then one of the guys on the farm and I went out with the weed eater and trimmed up the sides of the actual path through the maze so that the leaves aren't interfering with your face and stuff.
All right. So now this is going to open up on September 6th.
September 6th.
And what days is it going to be open?
What I want to do is I want to do it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, open to the public. And then during the week, if anybody would like to have tours of it or school groups, anything sort of like a bulk group would come in through the week, we would do it then.
All right, and if there's any school or daycare centers that are listening now, and they want a phone number where they can contact you in case they want to do that, what's the best phone number to reach you for that?
The best phone number to reach us at is 518-789-3043, and we also have our Facebook page. We have a website that's the Farm Store at Willowbrook.
All right, and people can go there either one of the way. All right, so now a little bit more on the farm store itself, which, like I said, I think you have a pretty amazing collection of meats there. Talk about some of the products that are at that farm store, because it may look like a little farm store from the outside, but I am amazed at the amount of inventory, and also I bought some incredible pies there as well. So let's talk a little bit about the inventory.
Well, when we started the farm store, we just had kind of a free choice out in front of the roadside stand, with our sweet corn. And then as I was, getting more involved in the farm and doing stuff, we wanted to focus on maybe sharing our beef and pork with the public. So we have beef, pork. We have our own milk from Hudson Valley Fresh that we're one of the 9 farmer members that ship to Hudson Valley Fresh. And my sister is in charge of all the ordering of all the products that she does. So she does the vegetables, she does the cheeses. There's ice cream that we sell, and then there's also a lot of gifts that she's more intel to.
Yeah, it is a nice little. You can get, like you said, from gifts that are knickknacks to pastries and pies. And like I said, I was really impressed with the meat. I purchased it a couple different times over the past last summer and this summer, and when I had people over the house for a barbecue, really was really amazing. So I tell people that if they're looking for something a little different and from our area, because people are so product conscious that they shouldn't take the size of your store and look at it and go buy it, because you've got some really amazing product that you're putting out that you've done right there on the farm.
Right. So the pork and beef that we do, we only process probably 6 to 8 animals a year, so it's very minimal. I mean, we don't have a lot of sales like a commercial grocery store. And I really focus on having the best product that we have in the store. So we have an Angus Wagyu cross beef and a Berkshire pork that we raise. So everyone is individually taken care of. Our butcher that we deal with, Joe Malafi from Red Hook, he is very particular in the meat that he cuts, and he'll actually bring you right and show you the whole process as he's doing it. So it's you know what you're getting every time you send an animal there.
We're talking with Ken Beneke from Willowbrook Farm, the Willowbrook Farm Store. What are the days and hours the farm store is open, Ken?
So we're open Thursday to Monday from 10 to 6.
Yeah, I can imagine that this is probably going to be a real big week and weekend for you as well.
Yes.
So that is the farm store at Willowbrook Farm. Once again, you've got your own Facebook page. All people have to do is look for the farm store at Willowbrook, and on Facebook, just search Willowbrook Farms. That's 3 words, Willowbrook Farms. And if you type in Willowbrook Farms, even if you have no idea about the internet, just type it in the address bar. It'll come right up. And once again, the phone number for people if they want more information
is 518-789-3043.
All right, well, have a great weekend. That maze opens up on September 6th, and people should call for more information. Ken, thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
Well, thank you very much for contacting me.
Hometown hero at the bar, burned out highlight superstar, you know. Kept the buzz to fill the hole, loved the lights, stole the show. Someone I used to know would stay another round. Someone I used to know ran himself in the ground. It's been a long time coming, couldn't keep on running, had to hit rock bottom to know. When you keep on losing with the path you're choosing, and it's time to let go of someone that I used to know. Someone that I used to know. Rides high that tears him down, hates himself and loves the crowd. The king pulls a heavy crown, didn't know he almost drowned. Someone I used to know would stay another round. Someone I used to know ran himself in the ground. It's been a long time coming, couldn't keep on running, had to hit rock bottom to know. When you keep on losing with the path you're choosing, and it's time to let go. Someone that I used to know. It's been a long time coming, couldn't keep on running, had to hit rock bottom to know.
Robin Hood Radio, the Zach Brown Band, someone I used to know, as we head towards the top of the hour, heading to our final hour this morning here on Sunday in the Country on Robin Hood Radio. Let's bring in Brooks and Dunn, and they'll be followed by Alan Jackson. Sunday in the Country here on Robin Hood Radio at robinhoodradio.com.
Sun coming up over New York City. School bus driver in a traffic jam, staring at the faces in a rearview mirror, looking at the promise of the promised land. One kid dreams of fame and fortune. One kid helps pay the rent. One could end up going to prison. One just might be president. Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue. Only in America, where we dream as big as we want to. We all get a chance. Everybody gets to dance. Only in America. Sun going down on the LA freeway. Newlyweds in the back of a limousine. A welder's son and a banker's daughter. All they want is everything. She came out here to be an actress. He was a singer in a band. They just might go back to Oklahoma and talk about the stars they could have been. Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue. Only in America. Only in America, where we dream in red, white, and blue. Only in America, where we dream as big as we want to. We all get a chance. Everybody gets to dance. Only in America. Where we dream as big as we want to.
Just another bar, loud guitars, smoke, and candles burn low, and the same old boys, their backs to the bar, staring across the crowded floor. Then I hear a familiar sound, your voice laughing out loud. From a distance, I can see you dancing slowly with somebody new, but I can't hold you like I want to. but I can love you from a distance. So I take a chair in a corner somewhere. You can't see me, but I can look at you. And I remember those times when I looked in your eyes, the way that he now looks at you. Deep down I know it's over, but it hurts me when he's so much closer. From a distance I can see you dancing slowly with somebody new, but I can't hold you like I want to, but I can love you from a distance. And if I can't hold you near me, I'll just hold on to your memory. From a distance I can see you dancing slowly with somebody new, but I can't hold you like I want to, but I can love you from a distance. I'll always love you from a distance.
Robin Hood Radio is WHDD AM and FM Sharon, WBSL FM Sheffield, and WLHV FM Annandale on Hudson.
The smallest NPR station in the nation.
Here's check on stories we're following for you today on Robin Hood Radio. Stockbridge Grange on Church Street has a roast pork dinner today. It runs from 1 o'clock on, $12 for adults. Children up to 12 years of age dine for half price. Youngsters 6 and under eat for free when accompanied by adults. Takeouts are available. Also, Northeast resident Brian Gerber once had a significant mill on his property to serve the community from the 18th to the 20th century. His talk, Can You Prove It? How Deep Research Can Lead to a Historic Sign, will be held at 2 o'clock at the Northeast Millerton Library, Annex 28th Century Boulevard in Millerton today. And the Sharon Fire Department annual golf tournament will tee it up on Tuesday at the Sharon Country Club. The rain date is the 17th. More information is available at 860-671-5758. We'll keep you abreast of news and weather information every hour on the hour, and we'll bring you updates as needed. I'm Marshall Miles for Robin Hood Radio, robinhoodradio.com. You'll find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. More sun for Sunday and warm and dry. A great end to the weekend with highs about 75. Clear and cool sunny night down to about 50. And Monday we continue the dry weather with sunny skies, very pleasant, and highs in the lower to mid 70s. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 62 degrees. Underwriting support from Associated Lightning Rod, Route 22 in Millerton, installing lightning protection for homes and businesses for well over 50 years. 518-789-4603, ALRCI.com on the web. Sagala Turnkey Housing, Route 7 in Canaan, an authorized independent builder for Westchester Modular Homes, 860-824-0019, Sagalas.com. Roaring Oaks Florist in Lakeville, Connecticut, unique designs with personal attention, RoaringOaksFlorist.com. Dave's TV, Route 44 in Millerton, Millerton, New York. Everything for home entertainment, video, audio, satellite TV, 518-789-3881, davestv.net. McEnroe Organic Farm Market, Route 22 in Millerton, open year-round 7 days a week, 518-789-4191, McEnroeOrganicFarm.com. Northeast Muffler, Route 22 in Millerton, New York, 518-789-3669. On Facebook, Northeast Muffler. Our community calendar of coming events, underwritten by Family Propane, locally and family-owned, striving for exceptional customer service. They're there when you need them 24/7, whenever you call, 860-567-4358. Meet the family at FamilyPropaneLLC.com. Underwriting support from Carlson Heating and Air Conditioning, Pike Road, East Sheffield, serving southern Berkshire and northwest Litchfield County since 1979, CarlsonPropane.com. Historian Veda Atta speaks on New York reform at the westward expansion of slavery, 1819 to 1851 at the Rojan Library on Saturday the 14th at 5 p.m. More information, rojanlibrary.org. Also on the 14th, John Strom of the Rojan Historical Society gives a talk, Boston Corner and the Oblong, how two-state boundary land exchanges created havens for lawlessness. This will be happening at the Millerton Library Annex on Century Boulevard from 5 until 7 p.m. And the Old School Band form with Will Brown on Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Millerton United Methodist Church on Dutchess Avenue, with all proceeds going towards the church's restoration effort. If you're a not-for-profit or public service organization has an event going on that you'd like to publicize, we'd like to help you out. RobinHoodRadio.com. Click on Contact Us. Click on Submit PSA. One should there fill out the form completely and click Submit. Only rule we have, just one. As long as you don't pay for it elsewhere, we'll put it on the air absolutely free on Robin Hood Radio and the Robin Hood Radio Network.
I recognized your number. It's burned into my brain. Felt my heart beating faster. Every time it rains, some things never change. That's why I didn't answer. I bet you're in a bar, listening to a country song. Glass of Johnny Walker Red, with no one to take you home. They're probably closing down, saying no more alcohol. I bet you're in a bar, 'cause I'm always your last call. I don't need to check that message. I know what it says. Baby, I still love you. Don't mean nothing when there's whiskey on your breath. That's the only love I get. So if you're calling, I bet you're in a bar, listening to a cheating song. Glass of Johnny Walker Red, with no one to take you home. They're probably closing down, saying no more alcohol. I bet you're in a bar, 'cause I'm always your last. Call me crazy, but I think maybe we've had our last call. I bet you're in a bar. It's always the same old song. That Johnny Walker Red, by now it's almost gone. But baby, I won't be there to catch you when you fall. I bet you're in a bar, 'cause I'm always your last call.
Robin Hood Radio, Leanne Womack, last call. Good morning. We kick off the last hour this morning of Sunday in the Country. A reminder, coming up this week, it's the annual open house at Housatonic Valley Regional High School. It'll be held on Thursday at 6:30 in the Burgess Auditorium. Parents can follow their child's schedule, meet members of the faculty, staff, and administration, and receive an overview of each class's content and expectations. Also learn about the high school's co-curricular offerings, student activities, social and service groups as well. Also coming up this week, American Red Cross has a blood drive going on at Noble Horizons, held in the community room on Cobble Road in Salisbury on Friday from 1 till 6 o'clock. For an appointment, you can sign up at 1-800-733-2767 or go to redcrossblood.org. Now, you can streamline your donation experience and save up to 15 minutes by visiting redcrossblood.org/rapidpass to complete your pre-donation reading and health history questions on the day of the appointment. All right? Yeah, all right. In a few minutes, we'll talk about a special event coming up at the Sharon Audubon Center this coming weekend.
She was only 16, but I loved her so. She was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. We'd laugh and we'd sing and do funny things, and it made our hearts glow. But she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. So why did I give my heart so fast? It never will happen again. But I was a mere child of 16. I've aged a year since then. She was only 16, only 16. Ooh, with eyes that would glow. But she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. Now she was only 16, only 16. Ooh, but I love that girl so. But she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. Yes, she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young. I was much too young to know.
Programming and underwriting support from the Inn at White Hollow Farm, 558 Lime Rock Road, Lakeville. A small country inn redesigned and upgraded with luxury appointments and including complimentary continental breakfast with homemade baked goods. More information on the web, whitehollowfarm.com.
Hi, this is Bonnie Hunt from Hilton Hunt Salon in Millerton, and we support our local NPR station, WHDD.
To show your support for the nation's smallest NPR affiliate, you can go online, robinhoodradio.com, click on Make a Donation, mail a check, address it to WHDD 67 Main Street, Sharon, Connecticut, 06069. Make the check payable to Tri-State Public Communications. Phone in a credit card request at 860-364-4640. 13 minutes past the hour on Robin Hood Radio. Robin Hood Radio presents award-winning author John Neufeld with Side Effects.
After last week's podcast, our director, cameraman, advisor, and more Republican than we are friend, said to us, "You know, you're getting boring. It's too much week after week hearing you go at Trump, his crew, his ideas. You're going to lose your audience if you can't talk about some positive things." We thought seriously about this, but then we remembered that the other half of our weekly endeavors for WHTD-FM included 5 segments each week called Good News, wherein we found items of general surprise and interest: health concerns, elephants, dogs, happy children, veterans rising above their injuries. In a moment of madness, we thought about combining the 2 programs. Good news amid the bad, something like that. And instantly we knew that the good news would overwhelm the bad, because people really don't like hearing bad news all the time. It has already led us all to Trump fatigue, administration fatigue, Russian fatigue, even if you're part of Trump's base. We think Americans believe that nothing that comes from Russia can do us harm, except, of course, the ultimate bomb. Which is why Mr. Trump's followers have, nearly to a man or woman, decided to can the Russian talk and to worry about that later. What concerns them most, as it should, we think, is their health care plan. We write these columns usually at dawn on Friday, the day we record them. We do that in order to provide our listeners and viewers with the latest real or fake news, whatever the case may be. Half the time we don't know. We may suspect, but we don't know. Which pretty well matches up with the rest of the country, who may suspect but cannot know what's real and what's fake either. It takes time to sort through the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Politico, Morning Joe, the Washington Post, CNN, Fox News. Few of them know whether what they're spewing is real or fake too. Why? Because this administration has made it a habit to lie reflexively, without thinking, automatically. A lot of this is, as they say, walked back later. But in the meantime, it consumes cable news and commentators throughout the country. The most recent example of this, in July of 2017, was this morning's breaking news about a 6th person in the New York interview between Trump Jr., Manafort, Kushner, the Russian lawyer, a friend of hers, and the 6th person. NBC says it has the name of a man who holds dual citizenship, ours in Russia, and that he may have been a KGB operative and double agent for years. But who knows? We seem to have reached the bottom of a great hole. One side looks down into it and sees standing water. The other side looks down and sees its glorious reflection, which is to say, reality appears no longer to exist. Facts no longer are agreed upon. Standards have gone by the board. This makes life difficult, not only for the press, but for the administration players themselves. Who are they to believe? Can they recall what each said the day before? How many and who are rescued and from what? Who's in charge of the defenestration of America's democracy? Steve Bannon? While we'd like very much to talk about people in the administration we admire, we have to lift blankets to find them. We had at one time nothing but reverence for the nimble Kellyanne Conway, but she's now an apparatchik. The kids started well before climbing down to their father's level. Cabinet members we thought might actually know something turn out to know nothing but destruction of water, air, consumer affairs, education, the economy, taxes, and international money laundering. The military, as far as we can tell, stands alone, and thank heavens for that. We'll tell you whom we do admire, ourselves. Not us personally, but all of America who's putting up with this crap day by day, minute by minute, and not taking its eye off the ball. Whether Trumpies or Democrats, millions have been alerted and been energized by not simply the worst kind of politics, but the best kind of public concerns. West Virginia focuses on Medicaid and their families, New England on Medicaid and Planned Parenthood, California on Medicaid and energy, Alabama on Medicaid and voting rights, Appalachia on Medicaid and the teeth and general health of their citizens and their elderly who need to eat. Furthermore, to the surprise of nearly everyone, On Tyranny, a 120-page little book by Timothy Snyder, has not only become a bestseller, but seems to have replaced It Can't Happen Here as mandatory reading about a dyspeptic and dystopian future. Forewarned may indeed be forearmed. So, as we watch in dismay as the rudiments of American democracy are watered down daily, it's tough to find optimism in the air. What we're left with, as one concerned citizen among millions of others, are memories. How we all got here, what we did when we arrived, how we built a colossus, and along the way saved the backsides of other colossi. Welcomed as Emma Lazarus did, stood for the national anthem at Comiskey Park, rode our bicycles on sunny afternoons through the countryside shooting at squirrels. We went to school and learned, trained, were hired, built families, cared about right and wrong. That's the good news. We also sold lemonade. I'm John Neufeld.
All opinions on side effects are those of John Neufeld and do not represent necessarily the opinions of Robin Hood Radio, robinhoodradio.com, CATV6, or any of the employees, volunteers, or underwriters of Tri-State Public Communications.
The southern wind sings again an idle lullaby.
Baby powder beach under my feet has got me rolling, and the breeze through cracks and leaves like a daytime campfire burning. And the ship is off to sea, and the wake it is a churning, as the southern wind sings again an island lullaby. You can jump right in, let the music pull you in. You can jump right in, oh, and lose yourself again, as the southern wind sings again an island lullaby. There's a place the locals go and no one knows where to find it, and the river starts to flow inside the clouds of misty mountain. The water from this stone below becomes a blue-green fountain, as the southern wind sings again an island lullaby. You can jump right in, let the music pull you in. You can jump right in, oh, and lose yourself again, as the southern wind sings again an island lullaby. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. You can find me where the music meets the ocean. If you get the notion, stop on by and play a while. Simple tune to get your love light glowing. Keep your heart wide open, disappear just like the tide, let it roll on by. And jump right in, let the music pull you in. You can jump right in, oh, lose yourself again, as the southern wind sings again an island lullaby. The southern wind
Good morning, everybody. Nice to have you along on this Sunday as we continue on with the music. It is Sunday of the Country, after all, on Robin Hood Radio and the Robin Hood Radio Network.
You can buy you a brand new truck, comb it all out, jack it way up. You can build your house up high on a hill with a pool and a pond and a view to kill. You can make all the money inside, but you ain't living a good life till you put a girl in it. You ain't got nothing. What's it all worth without a little loving? Put a girl in it, some hugging and some kissing. If your world's got something missing, just put a girl in it. You can buy a boat and a shiny set of skis, have some fun in the sun, float around in the breeze. You can lay out on a blanket by the lake, drink a cold beer, polish off another day, kick on back and watch the sky turn red. A sunset ain't a sunset till you put a girl in it. You ain't got nothing. What's it all worth without a little loving? Put a girl in it, some hugging and some kissing. If your world's got something missing, just put a girl in it. You can write you a country song, the DJ won't put it on. They won't dance or sing along till you put a girl in it. You ain't got nothing. What's it all worth without a little loving? Put a girl in it, some hugging and some kissing. If your world's got something missing, just put a girl in it. If you're riding in your truck, put a girl in it. If you're gonna have a party, put a girl in it. If you wanna live the good life, better put a girl in it.
Robin Hood Radio, along with Marshall Miles. Good morning. A couple of events coming on, being put on by Sharon Audubon this coming weekend, coming up on Saturday and also on Friday, next Friday. And one of them's in Litchfield, and one of them is at our own beloved Sharon Audubon Center. Dr. Douglas Tallamy presents a guide to restoring the little things that run the world on Friday, next Friday the 13th, 7 to 8:30 at the Litchfield Community Center. Now, this is intended for an adult audience. $10 a person. Pre-registration is appreciated, but it's not required. If you want more information, 860-364-0520. Now, coming up this weekend on Saturday, next Saturday, the 14th, will be the Butterfly Celebration Festival at the Sharon Audubon Center from 10 till 3. You can join the center for a special celebration of the amazing world of butterflies. Activities include tours of their new butterfly house, caterpillar rearing lab and gardens, presentations on native butterflies, planting for butterflies, container planting, and other related topics. Fun for the whole family, ongoing crafts and activities for kids. There's pollinator searches, native plant sale, music, food, and more. All ages are welcome to attend. $10 for adults, $5 for kids 12 and under. No advance pre-registration ticket purchase is necessary. Basically, the scheduled activities start at 10 and go to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. More information, sharon.audubon.org/butterfly-festival. Programming and underwriting support from the Sharon Playhouse in Sharon, Connecticut. Presenting Nonsense, August 30th through September 15th. Tickets and more information at 860-364-7469 or SharonPlayhouse.org. Half past the hour on Robin Hood Radio.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. More sun for Sunday and warm and dry. A great end to the weekend with highs about 75. Clear and cool sunny night down to about 50. And Monday we continue the dry weather with sunny skies, very pleasant, and highs in the lower to mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 62 degrees.
Now a solo drum is as much fun as anyone can see, and a bass guitar won't get very far. You gotta have some harmony. Say hey diddle diddle, it's a sad little fiddle with no low road to do a duet. But when we all play together, it's a really good feeling, good sound is what you get. We all playing in the same band. We all playing in the same band. Making musical magic with the whole world singing along. So come on everybody near and far, from America to Zanzibar. 'Cause when the whole world's playing, it's a one big beautiful song. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Now a guitar and a sitar, they don't look like a pair. And a tambourine with a concertina, not something that you see everywhere. But you might find when we're keeping time to the rhythm in our hearts. Well, we are the music that's rocking the world. Everybody's got a part. We all playing in the same band. We all playing in the same band. We're making musical magic with the whole world singing along. So come on everybody near and far, from America to Zanzibar. 'Cause when the whole world's playing, it's a one big beautiful song. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. We all playing in the same band. We all playing in the same band. We're making musical magic with the whole world singing along. So come on everybody feel far, from America to Zanzibar. 'Cause when the whole world's playing, it's the one big beautiful song. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
On Robin Hood Radio, it's from Charlie Daniels Band. Let's head over to Mark Chestnut. Mark, sorry, we don't need any more rain. We're good for now. Robin Hood Radio.
Storm clouds rising, flash of lightning, rattles that old porch swing. Window open,
Curtains dancing, just you and me. As the thunder rolls on, we'll just hold on neath the light of this candle flame. Oh, this is perfect. What a night, let it rain. Let your love pour down all around, let it fill my heart, let it flood this house, let the world outside just wash on by. We'll just lay right here and hold on tight, let it rain. Together when he planned this night. From out of the blue, he set the mood, turned out the light. Just when we thought the storm was over, here it comes again. So lay back down in these arms, let it rain. Let your love pour down all around, let it fill my heart, let it flood this house, let the world outside just wash on by. We'll just lay right here and hold on tight, let it rain. Let it rain. Let it rain.
Robin Hood Radio and the Robin Hood Radio Network. I'm Marshall Miles. On Sunday in the Country, Pine Plains Garden Club is sponsoring 4 Seasons of Gardening, being presented by Dutchess County Cornell Cooperative Extension Master Gardener Philomena Kiernan. It'll happen this coming Saturday the 14th at 1 o'clock at the Pine Plains Community Room on South Main Street. More information, email pineplainsgardenhyphen-club@gmail.com. Another interesting thing going on is at the Meeting House in the Village Green in New Marlborough. They have a music event coming up on the 14th with Emmanuel Sison on harp. More information is available at 413-229-2785. Programming and underwriting support from Nuvance Health. Recently, Sharon Hospital became part of Nuvance Health, a promising new health system working together to rethink the healthcare experience and deliver care with you and your family in mind. More information at nuvancehealth.org. Programming and underwriting support from Sasso's Coal-Fired Pizza, serving organic art in their rare coal-fired oven in a rustic industrial atmosphere, making for an uncommon dining experience, located right next to the Warner Theater, for dining before or after a show. 860-618-7162, sassoscoldfired.com. It's time for our Robin Hood Radio entertainment calendar. This entertainment calendar is valid for the week of September 9th through September 15th. 52 Main in Millerton presents Tom Scarola on Saturday, September 14th at 9. 52main.com. You'll also find them on Facebook. The Great Falls Brewing Company, 1 Railroad Street in North Canaan, presents Bruce Mandel on Saturday, September 14th. That's at 7 p.m. On the web, greatfallsbrew.com. You'll also find them on Facebook. The Stagecoach Tavern on Undermountain Road in Sheffield at the Racebrook Lodge presents a jazz brunch with Michael Junkins on Sunday, September 22nd. That runs from 11 till 3. More information on the web, rblodge.com, and also on Facebook. Coming up at the Barn at the Egremont Village Inn on September 12th, a night with 2 great artists. Johnny G will be leading it off at the Egremont Barn at 8 p.m. And then coming up on September 13th, it's the Transmitters, Friday at 8 p.m. And then the BTUs on Saturday the 14th at 8 p.m. That's at the barn. And a reminder, the Black Bear Americana Music Fest runs October 11th through the 13th at the Goshen Fairgrounds with 35-plus bands, 4 stages, and 3 days of music. That's the Black Bear Americana Music Fest in Goshen at the Fairgrounds October 11th, 12th, and 13th. And that is our entertainment calendar. I'm Marshall Miles for Robin Hood Radio. It's 39 minutes past the hour on Robin Hood Radio.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. More sun for Sunday and warm and dry. A great end to the weekend with highs about 75. Clear and cool sunny night down to about 50. And Monday we continue the dry weather with sunny skies, very pleasant, and highs in the lower to mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 62 degrees. All right, now, time to bring in a good friend of Robin Hood Radio, and that is Tino Galuzzo, the White Gallery in Lakeville, Connecticut. Good morning, Tino.
Good morning, Marshall. How are you today?
I'm absolutely fine. Had a great evening in Falls Village last night with the antique motor cars and also the nice crowd. They had a nice little party in between 5 and 7. So I'm rip-raring ready to go into a big weekend. And you, my friend, opened up a new show last weekend, which is running at the White Gallery, A Summer State of Mind.
Yes, we did. And by the way, we all enjoyed the cars in Lakeville as they raced through yesterday evening. We were sitting in front of the gallery watching them go by. There were some beautiful cars.
All right. Now, speaking about beautiful, you got some beautiful stuff hanging on your walls.
Well, thank you. What we decided that we want, summer, we feel summer has become more and more fleeting here in the Northwest corner. And so we thought we would do a show that wouldn't be summer, but it would have hints of summer, hints of the transition into our next season, etc. We call it A Summer State of Mind. It features 9 artists from the tri-state area. 3 of them absolutely new to the gallery. That was fun. Finding new artists is always a great deal of fun. And the compilation of all of these artists on our 2 floors is really very, very interesting to look at and something we feel like it has a media for everyone. There's photography, there's oil, there's watercolor, there's fabric. Really a quite interesting show, Marshall.
Yeah, well, when I was looking at the show, you're right. There's sculpture, painting, photography, mixed media, and also it's all new pieces that even people that have come to your gallery before, this is all brand new for them, which is nice because not only does it bring in new people to the gallery to see the new pieces, but your standard fare of people which like to come back and peruse and keep track of your artists.
That's absolutely correct. I think the only piece in the show that we've ever shown before is that we have Avery Danzinger's iconic photograph of Harlem Valley Wingdale, only because, well, first of all, it's absolutely phenomenal, but there's been a lot of people that have asked about it, and we thought that would bring back memories of people driving back and forth, to New York City during the summer. Most of the other pieces, all the other pieces are pieces that we've never shown before, and they're absolutely interesting. They're beautiful. It's fun. One of the things that we learned at the opening is that, a lot of the conversations were about, how certain pieces reminded them of certain parts of being in the Northwest corner in the summer, and we felt good about that. That's really what we wanted to accomplish.
Now, the show we're talking about at the White Gallery is A Summer State of Mind, which runs through October 27th. And what's kind of cool with your last couple of shows, this show and the one before that, the show before that, the Helen Cantrell, titled A Sense of Place, and it's kind of cool that you go from a sense of place to a summer state of mind, the way you're putting the shows together like that.
Well, it is. It's easier. It is easy to put up a show and call it the show.
Yeah.
What we try to do, and what we have been trying to do the last few years, is capture what we were trying to capture, curating the show. Remember, the show is all about the art. It's all about the artist up on the wall. Our job is to present it in the most, in the best way possible that people will be attracted to it, and secondly, to create a mood that will bring people in to see and enjoy what's up on the wall. So we're pretty happy. This show. An absolutely surprising opening. We were quite overwhelmed with the number of people that came to the opening, on a night, by the way, Marshall, that there were 2 or 3 other activities, major activities going on around our area. So art does still draw. Art is still a means by which the community comes together and enjoys itself as a community.
Well, I think it's funny you mentioned that, because I was thinking I rode by that night, and I was all your openings seemed to get bigger and bigger. I was really surprised. You're right. There was a lot of stuff going on that night, and yet people took 2 hours out of their day to meet the artist and to see the opening of the show.
I think it is a tribute to the artist. I think it's a tribute to the quality of the art that is generated here in the Northwest Corner, and many people did come on their way or back from events. Maybe they thought they were going to stay for 5 minutes, but we found that a lot of people stayed a fairly long time. They enjoyed the show. There were a lot of questions about the new artist, which I think, we introduced Hannah Young. We introduced Jeffrey Newman to the gallery, although he is well known in the corner. And we introduced a wonderful young photographer, Nadia Block. They were all there. They were all, enjoying, interacting, and talking about their work, etc. It was really what an opening should be. It was quite exciting, and I am so thrilled at the response that the community has to the artwork that we put up on the walls. It's a wonderful tribute.
We're speaking with Tino Galuso of the White Gallery. And, Tino, you have to sit there and you have to kind of smile. I know, I remember when you first opened up the gallery, and I remember people saying, well, art galleries in Lakeville, Connecticut. But you take a look at Lakeville now with your gallery and with everything else that's gone on, and really, it has changed the whole vibe in Lakeville over the past, I'll say, 7 to 10 years.
Yeah, it has been interesting. We're there. Judith is there at Argosy. We're completely different galleries. We have a different vibe, a different approach, but we're both still there. And I think what the Lakeville Community Conservancy has done with the parks has been amazing. People drive by and see the beautiful flowers and take a look and say, gee, maybe I'll stop in this little community. Community Field has been spruced up a bit. It has. It is. I'm hoping that it's the beginning of a wonderful, and I won't say revival, because I think we've always been vibrant in Lakeville, but perhaps introduction to a community that has a lot to offer. Not to mention, we have art, we have fine dining, we have wonderful interior designers. It's a great little place.
And you have something else that's really important: parking and ease of access.
Yeah, that's something, we don't really, we really should talk about that more. But yeah, we have parking for about 50 cars in between ourselves and Borden's parking lot, and then we have parking across the street at the post office, and there is some on-street parking, not as much as we would like. But yes, it is. The access is easy.
So, it really is a whole different scene in Lakeville, and it's nice to see Lakeville and Salisbury both prospering. And like I said, the great thing about the White Gallery is the art, and it's right there opposite. It's almost like a centerpiece now of Main Street in Lakeville, the gallery. Where you couldn't say that before, but you can say that now because there's so many other businesses that revolve around that now, around the art galleries, as a matter of fact, that it really is an amazing change. It seems overnight, but it hasn't been overnight.
No, Marshall, it's been since 2002.
I know really well, because that's when we started Tri-State Public Communications. So.
I do recall you broadcasting from our gallery for the Blue and Gold at the White and several other events. It was an amazing time.
Well, we've got a Summer State of Mind, which is open now and runs through October 27th. And your hours, once again, remind people the hours that you're open and where they can contact you if they want to see it by privately.
All information can always be gotten at www.thewhitegalleryart.com. You can call us at 860-435-1029. Our hours for the fall are Friday to Sunday from 11 to 4. And actually, Marshall, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be open Saturdays evenings until 8 o'clock. We want to see if we can pick up some of the traffic that goes to our wonderful restaurants.
I think that's a great idea, and I think, by the way, for people that go to restaurants and even might have a 15 or 20-minute wait, guess what? It's not too bad just to walk across the street or down the street and look at a little bit of art.
Yes, I guarantee that it'll be interesting for sure.
Tino, thanks for getting up once again a little early this morning.
Marshall, thank you. Thank you guys for everything that you do for our communities.
All right, have a great holiday weekend.
You too, my friend. Bye-bye.
Take care. Tino Galuzzo, the White Gallery on Main Street in Lakeville. A summer state of mind running now through October 27th, thewhitegalleryart.com on the web.
Sue and Sal and Sagicot, skipping rope in Chicago. Kim and Spin are splashing in a Georgia swimming hole. And by the San Francisco Bay, Tawana Yang and Raji play. Laughter is one language they all know. It's a big country, it's a great big place, a kaleidoscope of people, every culture, creed, and race, like a coat of many colors, yellow, red, white, black, and tan. It's a big country, full of hope when we hold hands. Little Bear and Nunzio are climbing trees in Idaho. Billy Bob and Julio play near the Alamo. Jock McHale and Leilani are hanging ten at Waikiki. From sea to shining sea, it's home sweet home. It's a big country, it's a great big place, a kaleidoscope of people, every culture, creed, and race, like a coat of many colors, yellow, red, white, black, and tan. It's a big country, full of hope when we hold hands. 50 states and 50 million smiles, reaching like a rainbow across the miles. It's a big country, it's a great big place, a kaleidoscope of people, every culture, creed, and race, like a coat of many colors, yellow, red, white, black, and tan. It's a big country, full of hope when we hold hands. It's a big country, full of hope when we hold hands.
Robin Hood Radio. Wow, it's hard to believe. Another 3 hours have come and gone just that quickly. Well, we're here every Sunday, of course, from 9 until noon with Sunday in the Country. You can also join me with Jill Goodman and all our different guests Monday through Friday from 6 till 9 on The Breakfast Club. And remember, Monday through Friday from 6 until 7, The Breakfast Club is live, video, and everything on Facebook Live. And you can find us at WHDD, RobinHoodRadio.com on Facebook. And that, my friends, brings our show to a close. A couple more songs, and then we'll be out of here. Have yourself a great what's left of your weekend.
The bar was empty, I was sweeping up the floor. That's when she walked in. I said, I'm sorry, but we're closed. And she said, I know, but I'm afraid I left my purse. I said, I put one back behind the bar. I bet it's probably yours. And the next thing that I knew, there we were, lost in conversation. Before I handed her purse, I said, you'll only get this back on one condition. And we danced out there on that empty hardwood floor. The chairs up and the lights turned way down low. The music played, we held each other close, and we danced. And from that moment, there was never any doubt I'd found the one that I had always dreamed about. And then one evening, when she stopped by after work, I pulled a diamond ring out of the pocket of my shirt. And as her eyes filled up with tears, she said, this is the last thing I expected. And then she took me by the hand and said, I'll only marry you on one condition. And we danced out there on that empty hardwood floor. The chairs up and the lights turned way down low. The music played, we held each other close, and we danced like no one else had ever danced before. I can't explain what happened on that floor, but the music played, we held each other close, and we danced. Yeah, we danced.
I know they say if you love somebody, you should set them free. But it sure is hard to do. Sure is hard to do. I know they say if it don't come back again, then it's meant to be. Those words don't pull me through, so I'm still in love with you. I spend each day here waiting for a miracle, but it's just you and me going through the mill, climbing up a hill. This is a long goodbye. Somebody tell me why two lovers in love can't make it. Just what kind of love keeps breaking a heart? No matter how hard I try, I always make you cry. Come on, baby, it's over, let's face it. All that's happening here is a long goodbye. chance. But I know without a doubt we turned it inside out. And if we walked away, would it make more sense? But it tears me up inside just to think we still could try. How long must we keep running on a carousel? Going round and never getting anywhere on a wing and prayer. This is a long goodbye. Somebody tell me why two lovers in love can't make it. Just what kind of love keeps breaking a heart, no matter how hard